Hey, my YouTube friends. I'm up at shop this morning. Couldn't sleep well last night. I don't even think I slept hardly any at all, maybe an hour. But decided to come on up here and fool around a little bit. I'll turn you around and kind of show you what I got going on this morning. I feel kind of rough, real dizzy, real weak feeling. Feel like I can't hardly catch my breath this morning. Feel kind of winded out already. I'm still continuing cleaning up in the engine bay, under the hood. We'll try to redo some of the wiring and kind of tuck it into fender wells, reroute it into fender wells. That way it's hidden better. I'm going to turn you around and kind of show you what I've got done so far. Which I just started on it probably about 15 minutes ago. Got the windshield wiper reservoir out. And there's some of this wiring I have to go back, or I ain't going to use that. That's the starter solenoid, but I got to keep up with what wires went to it. Oh no, actually I don't need that. Yeah, that's the fan relays they have on here for electric fan. I still got the starter solenoid on there where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna leave it on there. I ain't gonna use that one because it's burnt up. You see that post is plumb burnt out of it. It took a lot to turn that old 460 over. But I'm untaping the loom, that way I can get out what wires I need out. And I'm gonna take that bundle there and run it back in that hole there, just run it down that fender well and let it come down here. And that way that big bundle, that'll be hid. Then that little one back there in that corner, right there, I think I'm just gonna pull it back into the car for now. So I don't think there's nothing on it I'm gonna be needing. Then gotta have the wiring in good shape. But it's just a little update. I'm gonna turn you back off for a minute and sit down and see if I can get the feeling a little bit better so I can continue. Alrighty, my YouTube friends. Here's an update on the wiring deal here. I've got it pulled all the way from the other side. And what we gotta do is just gotta go through that hole right there. Then we pull it down into the fender well, back up the front. Right there's the fender, the inner fender I pulled out, this plastic. Comes out fairly easy. Pull it out, then you got access to being able to run them wires up through there. But we'll go in there and then run it up into here. Then I'll probably just run that harness that went over this side up into, probably run it up in there. Zip tied up in there to inside of that bumper. That way it's out of sight real well. It'll kind of be in front of the radiator when the radiator's back in. I mean, that's gonna clean it up real well. You know, imagine that harness being gone, or you can't see it. And that one back there is gonna be gone. It really gonna clean her up. But I'm gonna get off here and I'll get that stuff pulled through, then I'll get back on here and show you what it looks like. Alrighty, my YouTube friends, let's take a look at the wire job. It's all kind of tucked down in the inner fender now. All you'll see is that little bundle there. Let me grab a flashlight. Right there it is. Come out the little hole there and zip tied to the body. And it runs. Can't see it because it's up on top of that bumper there, but it runs across over there. And over there it is in the inner fender. Took a couple hours to do it all. I gotta get the inner fender back in. But I'll hop back over here in a minute and we'll work on something else. Hey, my YouTube friends. Back in the garage this afternoon to finish up another video to show you what all we got done today. Let's see, we done some more cleaning on the engine bay. I showed you some this morning where I tucked the wiring in. It looks a whole lot better with the wiring tucked. It's a lot cleaner looking under the hood. Started stripping some of the paint off. Started stripping some of the paint off under the hood in the engine bay. Just got a little bit of it done just to see how hard it was. I got a little paint stripping wheel. It's going to be difficult, but I got plenty of time though, so I'll get it done. But that's about it other than what we already worked on this morning. I didn't do a whole lot more this evening. It's been one of those days where I felt kind of rough. Those sickness trying to catch up to me. I was debating on whether this is worth it or not anymore, but I still get them comments that says they'll give some people inspiration to get out and work on their stuff, so that makes me come up here and do another video, so I'm going to keep with it for a while longer anyway. But let me turn you around, we'll look at what all we got done. But again, you know, the wiring's gone, it's tucked. It's all back there in that back corner. Runs through the fender well. It winds up coming out over there in that fender well. There's where I started stripping it with that paint stripping disc. Little disc does all right. It's just because it's got so many holes right there, it's kind of rough using it. It chews it up pretty good. And then this paint on this sucker's pretty thick. I need to go to the metal so I can get the high build primer on it since I want a slick paint job, and it takes a while. It takes a while. That's how much I got stripped today. Jet wiring job, it was a pretty long job. A lot of work to it. But that's it. We'll go ahead and call it a day. I appreciate everybody watching and commenting, and I'll catch you tomorrow.